The coffee she left behind. It was a cold Monday morning in Seattle when Ryan walked into his favorite coffee shop. Every morning, he ordered the same thing, a black coffee with no sugar, and sat at the table beside the window. His life had become predictable after a painful breakup 2 years earlier. He worked, came home, and repeated the same routine every day. He had stopped believing that love could surprise him. Then one rainy morning, he noticed a young woman sitting at the table across from him. Her name was Emily. She was reading a book and drinking a caramel latte while watching the rain outside. Just before leaving, she accidentally left her coffee on the table. Ryan noticed it and smiled. A small piece of paper was attached to the cup. It said, "For the person who needs a little sweetness today." Ryan looked around, but Emily was already gone. The next morning, she returned. Ryan smiled and asked, "Did you forget something yesterday?" Emily looked confused. He pointed toward the empty table. "The coffee." She laughed and said, "Maybe I left it for someone who needed it." Ryan smiled. "I think that someone was me." From that day, they started talking. Every morning, Emily sat across from Ryan. They talked about their dreams, their favorite movies, childhood memories, and all the little things that made life beautiful. Ryan discovered that Emily wanted to open her own bookstore someday. Emily discovered that Ryan secretly loved photography but had stopped taking pictures after his mother passed away. One evening, Emily looked at Ryan and said, "You should start taking pictures again. Sometimes the things we lose shouldn't stop us from seeing the beauty that's still here." Her words changed him. Ryan bought a new camera the next day. Soon, he started taking pictures again, and Emily became his favorite subject. Months passed, and their friendship slowly became love. They walked through the city together, watched sunsets, shared umbrellas in the rain, and turned ordinary moments into memories. One evening, Ryan finally told Emily, "You know what I like most about you?" She smiled and asked, "What?" "You make ordinary days feel special." Emily looked into his eyes and whispered, "Maybe that's because you're in them." Ryan reached for her hand, and beneath the soft Seattle rain, they shared their first kiss. A year later, Emily opened her little bookstore. On the wall behind the counter was a photograph Ryan had taken of her on the very first day they met. Beside the photograph was a small handwritten sign that said, "Sometimes love doesn't arrive with a grand entrance. Sometimes it simply leaves a cup of coffee behind and waits for you to notice." Years later, whenever Ryan and Emily talked about how they met, Emily would always smile and say, "I still can't believe I accidentally left that coffee behind." Ryan would laugh and reply, "I don't believe it was an accident." And Emily would ask, "Then what was it?" Ryan would take her hand and say, "I think it was the universe giving me one more reason to believe in love." And sometimes, that's how the greatest love stories begin, not with fireworks, not with perfect timing, but with one ordinary morning, one unexpected smile, and a little bit of sweetness left behind. Red Heart.